The Oracle told me that the Game of the Year 2025 was going to be made by a studio who found the formula to make it up here. It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost. The studio made their game because they wanted to make a game that they wanted to play themselves. I have played a lot of indie games this year, so I'm gonna share my votes for the 2025 Game Awards, but also what games I would have placed, and maybe you'll find some cool indie games to play as a result, and it'll be a good time. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Debut indie. There is no category more lacking to me than this one. What's with the empty space? There's plenty of great indie games from first-time devs this year. I would add Labyrinth of the Demon King, developed by J.R. Hudafall. What a throwback to console gaming horror vibes and really well-realized ambiance. And I'd also add Fly Night. Technically, Wababoy made a demo before this, but Fly Night is his first paid game on Steam, and man, what a wonderful buggy delight of a Soulsy Kingsfieldy game. Can't wait for Fly Night 2. Best mobile game, ignored the screen. I actually would put Focus Friend on here. Look it up. A video on it is in the doobly-doo. It has genuinely changed my life for the better. Best RPG, I chose KCD2 out of principle, playing through 1 at the moment, and KCD2 ain't for everyone, but it is a real guy's RPG, and you have to respect that. I'd also call Keep Driving an RPG of sorts, and I really do think it needs more recognition. I want to take more road trips and see all the different options and stories and builds from there. Sim Strategy. Where is Gnomes? Gnomes was the best sim strat, obviously. It had gnomes in it. Action game, Hades 2 in a similar vein to KCD2. I really gotta finish Hades 1, but I'd throw in Pigface for the delightful, stealthy, shooty, smooth gameplay fun. Action adventure, my first chance to vote for Silksong, you know I took it. Best multiplayer game, Peak hands down, although Repo was also very fun, but Exhibit A through Z is in this one clip.
Oh, you guys are fun.
Oh, no,
That was something.
Best community support, Baldur's Gate 3, although a genuine shout out and respect to No Man's Sky for the sheer effort of living up to its original hype. Best indie game is not Clair Obscur, we will get there, it's Silksong, and I'd almost call Silksong a AA game and not an indie game, but to be fair, if Hollow Knight 1 was an indie game, I do think Silksong has to be one too. And it really does deserve to win out of all these nominees. It is a polished experience unlike any other, and for any criticism lobbied at the game's balance, you are valid, but I love direct sequels and I love games that punish the player a bit unfairly, so yeah, Silksong, at least for me, was my absolute jam. Also to note, I am skipping VR, AR, ongoing, fighting, accessibility, impact, family, sports racing, anticipated esports athletes, esport teams, which means we're at 9 out of 18 categories in, halfway through. Oh god, let's get through a few. Content Creator of the Year, me, obviously, although Moist Critical is also very good. Best Adaptation, Last of Us Season 2 was a delight, stay mad haters. And now begins the Clair Obscur portion of the video, and yes, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is gonna win a lot of awards. And if you haven't played it, I am sorry, because this may all seem excessive, and if you have, hey, how's it going? You okay? I don't know if I'm okay. Best Performance. I agonized more over this than any other category. I am really glad Jennifer English gave such an awesome speech at the Game Awards. Watch it if you haven't, because to me, it's down to her and Ben Starr, Mayel versus Verso. Oh god, whichever one of them wins, I cannot wait to see what they say in their speech, but well deserved. Also shout out Dropout Star Erika Ishii. Best Score and Music, Roll 212. Best Audio Design, the Perry sound in Clair Obscur wins it by itself, but for real, what a game that must be played with all audio enabled to truly get it. Best Narrative, I cannot say why it's Clair Obscur without spoilers, so I won't, but watch my Act 1 and 2 videos for part of that, and when I publish Act 3 in December, you'll really get it. Indie game choice would be No I'm Not a Human, what a delightfully horrifying story of the breakdown of humanity. Best Art Direction, I actually do think Silksong deserves credit for the sheer polish on Hollow Knight 1's style, making it jaw-droppingly beautiful all the way to the end of Act 3. But yeah, Clair Obscur still clears. Caput Mortem was a cool little indie game with really solid art direction for such a short game, so do check that out. Game direction, see the above, and I don't know, go play Clover Pit. I'm kind of out of indie game recs. Secret Agent Wizard Boy in the International Crime Syndicate. Okay, now I'm really out of indie recs, because for all the dancing around it, Yeah, Game of the Year is Clair Obscur Expedition 33 because Sandfall Interactive made a game that is about an artist's relationship with their art. It is about grief, familial bonds, duty, sacrifice, and really, really good turn-based combat. It is a game that does what so few games do, which is commentate on its medium really effectively while pushing that medium forward and just being fun. And while I can't classify my feeling at the end of the game as happy, I know it left me impressed beyond almost any game I've played ever. I laughed with delight at Grostet. I screamed in horror at Lampmaster. I felt genuinely inspired by the stories of Lune and Ciel and Verso and Mayel and Gustave and Esquier and Monaco, and at the end of it all, I felt like I had closed the book on one of the best stories I've ever taken part in. It is a true testament to what video games can achieve with their sheer design, and yeah, play it. It's that good. And Sandfall Interactive, they understood the value of respect. That if they treated their developers and players well, those same developers and players would forgive them when things didn't go as planned. But above all, they cared about their game because they love games.
It's really that simple, said the Oracle.
Clair obscur, troublera, tu trouveras effet. Clair obscur,